You're live, Rick.
All right, we are live. I'm going to try and find myself. That sounds like an existential question, doesn't it? Try and find myself on YouTube so I can watch the watch things as they're coming through. Let me see if we got them. I'm going to turn my volume down. There it is. We're live. That way I can, if something comes in, I can at least see a comment. If it comes in, that would be cool. Okay. All right, everybody. Well, welcome to Let's Talk Airguns. It's been a while. I guess the phraseology these days is it's been a minute, right? I got Sue over there. Hi, Sue.
Hello, Rick.
We also have Ruth. Hi, Ruth.
Hey, Uncle Ricky.
We're doing this for a couple reasons. One, I got to get back into the swing of doing the show because I really love doing it. Two is Ruth is learning how to do this for her dad, who has a law firm here in South Carolina, and he's going to be doing who knows what. He just, Steve, he loves the camera, right?
Can you give us just a minute to set up one more scene?
Sure. Go ahead and set up another scene. Anyway, while they do their thing over there, I'm kidding. Steve Verley is not much of a camera person. Besides that, we're down here in South Carolina just having fun, visiting family, and thought it would be fun to do use this as an opportunity to give Ruth some practical experience. And Sue's over there working with her because Sue does this for me at home, and we're going to be doing more of this. We actually wanted to start, first of all, let's start a little bit about a huge thank you to our sponsors. We've got a group of folks that really help us do what we do. We really appreciate them. And I'm probably going to miss some. I missed one or two. There's a bunch. So if I forget you, my apologies. We'll catch you around next time. But best thing you can do is check out our websites, which could be AirgunWeb.com, GatewayAirguns.com, and also GatewayAirguns.org. Those sites have all our sponsors on them, and you can check all of those folks out, and we try and keep that current. You guys can jump right to them, learn about them, all kind of fun stuff. So you do that for sure. We also have a program. We have Airgun Army, which is a forum. If you want to talk about air guns, it's not really a forum. It's more like a social media type deal. So you post things and share things, and it's just really, really cool. I like it quite a bit. It's kind of like our own personal Facebook. So if you want to give that a shot, that's AirgunArmy.com. It's free to join, and you can enjoy that, hopefully. Specific sponsors. Iconic is really our largest sponsor right now. Let's say a huge thank you to them. Now, they incorporate a bunch of folks. Yes, Sue?
You keep doing this in front of your, like putting your hands together pretty loud.
You get that sound?
No, you're getting the, like,
yeah, I get it. All
every
right,
time you hit the table. And
I get it. I'm trying to do better. Can I make noise like this? Anyway,
no noise.
I'll try and be better. Iconic is like one of our a major sponsor, and they incorporate a bunch of different folks now. So Gammo, Daisy, Crossman, Benjamin, Centerpoint, and BSA Airguns are all under that Iconic umbrella. So you're going to see a lot of those products hitting the channel, and so a huge thank you to them. There's also folks like New England Airgun. They're part of the GTA. New England Airgun, Airguns of Arizona, McCavity Arms, and of course Iconic again. So we have both sponsors on AirgunWeb and Iconic. So a big question I wanted to jump into, it has been a minute. We have not, Sue, I don't know if you remember the last time we did a show, but it was back in August.
It seems like a long time ago.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a long time, and there's reason for that. One thing is we're super busy and traveling, and we thought we would come back and have a span of time, and then things got busy again, and all kinds of stuff was going on. So just logistically, it became very, very difficult. On the other side of that, financially, it became really tough. If I was just to be honest with you guys, the market has been really, really bad. The airgun market has been terrible. A lot of companies are pulling back their advertising. They just can't afford it. At least that's what they say. And look, I believe them. I don't know. I don't look at their books, but I'm guessing things are tough all over. If you have a choice between, putting food on the table or buying a new airgun, please put food on your table. Feed your family. Toys will come later, but I get it. And I think a lot of people are in that place where, I didn't invest in Bitcoin back in the day. So, I don't have millions of dollars sitting in the bank that I can go do whatever I want to do. I live month to month, week to week, just like you guys. And when you have 50% or better of your sponsors pull back and say, we can't do this anymore, it creates a bit of, we'll just say, a bit of a struggle. YouTube has made it impossible for us to make any money if we're going to do what we do. You can do what other people do, but I don't want to go do that. I'm not, I don't want to chase the influencer model. I'll talk a bit about that in a minute. I like talking about the products. I like helping people understand what they can do, what they won't do, and how to, if you have it, how to get the best out of it. And I really enjoy that. I've always enjoyed that. I've done that from the beginning. Now, how many years into it, Sue? 19 years? I mean, since I go back to 2005, it'd be 20 years then, right?
Yes, since before Naomi was
So
born.
it's been 20 years. So I've got a lot of time. I've been on YouTube since 2008, but I was doing this before that, and that's how I decided to go on YouTube. But I had 20 years in, and I started it because I like transparency in advertising. I like, if a gun says we're going to shoot 1,300 feet per second, it should shoot 1,300 feet per second without, 16 caveats to make that happen, like downhill and with a stiff tailwind and below sea level and with an accelerant. You shouldn't need all of those asterisks to make something do what marketing says. So I like just bringing honest data and numbers, and that type of content these days is frankly, it's not what's moving the needle, and it's unfortunate. But a lot of companies are far more interested in how many views they get, not necessarily if the content's good, but just how many views did you get? And if you're not pushing 10, 20,000 views very quickly, they're not interested. And it's sad because I just don't see myself doing those numbers, not with the kind of content we create. We create technical, detailed, hopefully informative content. It just ain't fancy. And it's not flashy. And look, man, if you're coming here to look at me, man, you need to find something better to do. Because I mean, there was a day where I fancy myself as not looking too bad, but look, I'm 55 now. That time has passed. So I ain't good to look at, and I'm hard to hear. So put all that together, and you really got to want to learn about what I'm talking about. But I like sharing the knowledge and data and things I've learned so that it can be useful to other people. So that's what I like doing. I enjoy that. I want to keep doing it, and that's how I'm going to move forward the channel. So we had to just take a step back and just retool. And frankly, there was not budget to do much of anything. We kept going with the folks that were our sponsors and supporters. We kept all that going, which is awesome. At the end of the year, Iconic really stepped up and said, here, we want to help you out. We want to give you some opportunities to really get things rolling again. And if you've noticed over the last 2 months, we have put out a ton of content between shorts and features. We've got something going out pretty much every day. And that's what the YouTube algorithm likes. They want to see shorts every day, and they want to see probably 2 or 3 features a week. We're not to the 2 or 3 features a week sustained yet. We did over the last couple months, but as we roll into January, I'm not sure how we're going to do that. But the shorts, we like doing shorts. They're great. I enjoy doing them. We can get 3 minutes in a short. It's amazing how much data, Sue, I can put out in 3 minutes with a little short. I mean, I can almost do like a mini review on a gun.
And they're fun to film.
Yeah.
Because you've got to be quick.
Yeah, it's fun. I enjoy those. We've done a bunch of them. And so you're going to see a lot of that. If you want little snippets where you don't have to watch 20 minutes to find out, does it shoot straight? Check out, subscribe to the, really pay attention to the shorts, because we're going to put a lot of that data into the shorts. And it works. And it seems to be what people are willing to sit and digest. And some of ours are like a minute. Some of them are pretty long, 30 or 3 minutes. So we'll see. We'll see how things go as we move forward. But we really want to stick to that high volume throughput. It may not be features, but we will have a whole bunch of shorts. I don't know if we'll be able to continue every day, but maybe 5 times a week would be sort of our target. Excuse me. I apologize for the echo. I don't know if you guys are hearing the echo. You guys let us know how the audio is, because we're running all new gear here. Part of this gear is from my brother-in-law, who's going to be doing this for his law practice. So we're testing his gear, and I thought it was a great opportunity. But it's new for us, and it's new for Sue. It's definitely new for Ruth. Poor Ruth over there. Ruth was telling us, you put the camera over there on Ruth. Ruth was telling us yesterday about her bear hunt, and I have to say, that's just awesome. First of all, I was hoping to bring Angie up, and then I realized we were at Walmart, and I forgot to buy the cable I needed to hook the phone up for her to call in. So sorry, we don't have Angie today. But when we get back, to Texas, we've got a bunch of folks lined up for call-ins on Let's Talk Airguns. So that's cool. So, it's definitely stay tuned. We'll get to whole scheduling and revamping and rebooting and all that stuff in a minute.
Were you going to let Ruth talk about
I
her
was.
bear
I was,
hunt?
I was fixing to get ready to. I was just
Okay,
saying,
because I
was
didn't
going to
see
have
it on
Angie
the
up.
list.
Well, you mean this list?
Yes.
That I wrote up 5 seconds before the show? Yes, it's in there. It's in visible ink. So Angie's awesome. Angie has taken Ruth on a couple hunts. One was iguana, and then this last one was a bear. And I think that's so cool. Ruth, I know we talked about it yesterday, but tell folks what you did and how it was, and if you enjoyed it, would you want to do it again? Just kind of let people know, because how old are you?
I'm 17.
17. 100 pounds dripping wet and out there shooting bears in the woods. I think that's so cool. So why don't you tell them how that went?
So we went up to West Virginia, and we hunted them with dogs, which was kind of similar to the raccoon hunting that I did once. And Miss Angie got her bear the first day. Hers was, I think, about 170 pounds. And then I went as the videographer, but she told me, since I had to actually get my tags just to go as the videographer, she said if I got a chance to take a bear, she'd let me. And she filled her tag up the first day. So the second day was all me. And mine was smaller, but it's about 108 pounds. The size, as long as it was legal to me, it didn't really matter. I was just excited to get one before my brother.
Yeah, the great white hunter, huh?
So I would definitely do it again.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm glad you had a good time.
And what are you doing with the bear?
I'm getting a shoulder mount made. I'm going to see if I can do something with the skull. And then I'm getting the remnant of the hide as well.
That's cool.
I don't know what any of that means. You just talk like Japanese to me. What is that? What are you talking about? What are you doing? I mean, what do you mean what's a shoulder mount? I don't know what that is.
I didn't either. Basically, I'm just getting like the head and the shoulders stuff to go on the wall.
Gotcha.
So they do it a lot with deer, I think. But it's not going to have like the legs in it. It's going to be cut off right before then.
I got you. I know. I understand. But when you said the skull, I'm thinking, well, don't you need the skull for that? I'm like, well, they're just going to have this shoulder sticking out the wall like he busted through or something. I get you now. I got it. That's cool. That's cool. And we had it for dinner. We had the bear for dinner. So that
was very good.
That was good. We had bear chili of all things. That was tasty.
Yeah.
I'd eat bear again. I think bear burgers would be fun.
I like bear better than venison.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we can go ahead and move on. But Ruth is a hunter of all things. And Angie, go back to, if you guys haven't checked out Angie's stuff, it's Airgun Angie. Definitely do. It's backyard shooting as well. And I wish I could have had her up today, but that's my failure, not hers. Okay. Let's move on. Let's talk about. We talked about where we've been. Let's talk about what we're going to be doing moving forward. Forgive me. I'm going to try and keep an eye on Sue. If there's a chat that comes through I need to look at, let me know, okay?
So far, just Merry Christmas and
All
thank
right.
you for what you're doing. And
Awesome.
that kind of
Awesome.
thing.
Well, thank you guys for watching. You're joining us here in the middle of a work day. And what are you doing, by the way? Anyway, I'm not going to ask questions. We're not going to pull too hard at that thread. So like we talked about where we've been, times got tough, frankly, and we're back. We have some things going on. I'm hoping to have some things in place as we move forward into the new year. We'll see. Everything's up in the air right now, but we're hopeful, very hopeful. We've got a momentum. I don't want to lose the momentum. Moving forward. So there's a difference in the market right now. When I started, the whole influencer thing really wasn't a thing yet. It's become a thing, big thing. But really, I worked for vendors like Pyramid Air. You guys go back, see any of my old stuff. Pyramid Air was helping me do what I did, right? They were paying me for content. They were paying me for articles. And they would send guns. I'd do the work. It was what we did. And that was the model. They wanted content. I made content. It was a great situation. That whole model transitioned from hobby to actually livelihood. I don't know exactly when that happened. Might have been 2009, 2010 that began, and then things grew from there. But this isn't a hobby. Well, it wasn't a hobby for very long. It became work, which is fine. I enjoyed the work. If you can work at what you love, then it never really work, right? So that's awesome. But it was a situation where I had a vendor, a dealer that would provide me product. I'd review the product, and then that would be able to point people to them for sales. It worked great. I was able to maintain integrity, and I wasn't like a company was paying me to rep their gun. It was a vendor was saying, here's stuff, cover it, point people to us. And things that didn't work well, I just sent it back to them, and I didn't spend the time on it because I don't see the value of spending 30, 40 hours on a product just to tell you guys, hey, don't buy this, it stinks, which doesn't really help. It really is they're just, first of all, I just don't think it's practical. And I had, oftentimes you may get one and you got the one that was funky. So anyway, I'd rather work on stuff, get it in, it shoots good. Let's tell people about this product that works really well. So, and that's my wife's phone. Speaking of that, let me turn my phone off.
Sorry about that.
Anyway, so that's like how I started. And then, I don't know if it was 2018 happened, and YouTube went stupid, and they just cut everything out. If you promote sales of anything gun, they just demonetize you. So there was no monetization. And then they got really picky about striking your channel. In fact, my channel got taken down for 2 weeks. It was inappropriately taken down, and they did put it back, but the damage had already been done. My channel has never really recovered. The growth rate I was seeing before that has never recovered. It's really, frankly, pretty awful. It's just they cut our legs out from under us. It's one of the reasons I branched out into so many other things. Maybe we talk about that another day. But that ability to actually be profitable, like if you're in the tech industry or some of these other things, or like camera, I like watching camera reviews, and these guys, they're getting tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of views, and that will pay the bills, by the way. That will absolutely pay the bills. But I'm just not seeing that. And even if I did get that kind of traffic, if the video is not monetized, I get nothing. If I'm not paid from somebody, it is a week's work for no pay. And I don't know anybody that just goes to work and doesn't get paid. If it's a hobby and you enjoy doing it, you just like doing it, that's different. And I used to be that. I'm not that. And I don't know that I can go back to that because I have bills to pay, I have, employees to pay, and I have lights to keep on. And yeah, I mean, life happens. When I first started, I didn't have any children. I was recently married. I had another job that was allowed me a lot of time. Well, that whole dynamic's changed. And now if I'm working, I need to get paid for it. So I'm older too. I just don't have, maybe I don't want to go spend a whole bunch of time just spinning my wheels. Anyway, it is different. I was never an influencer. I tried the influencer thing. I really did. And it's not for me. I don't want to tell you what to buy. I just don't want to do that. That's not what I want to do. Is say, like, switch over to my screen here for a second. So this is a gun I'm getting in. Well, it got shipped late. I was supposed to have it this week and have something to share with you guys, but it got delayed, and I won't get it till I get back to Texas. This is the new Evanix MP30. It looks cool. I mean, this is a semi-automatic submachine gun type configuration. Evanix has really been working on the semi-automatic, fires from open bolt. They're sending me one in 22 cal. It looks pretty slick, but I'm not going to tell you go buy that. What I will tell you is, does it work? How well does it work? What the stats are, what kind of energy, energy velocity and bright pellet. And I'll tell you, if it's something you want, how to get the best out of it. That's the stuff I love doing, but I'm not going to tell you go buy it because I don't want to influence you that way. If I can influence you in any way, it's just give you the data so you can make your own mind up. That's what I love doing. And it's very difficult these days to find anybody who's willing to support that kind of content. What they want to do is give you something and then expect you to do a whole bunch of work. And a lot of places will give you a commission link. Well, let me just tell you, if I can't sell you something off of YouTube because they're going to strike my channel, how can I use a commission link? It doesn't seem that dynamic does not seem to add up in a lot of people's heads. Recently, I was talking to another content creator, and they were saying this long-standing company that I'd worked with for years, no longer am working with them, said, "Oh, we'll just give you this link." Well, that link is only good if somebody actually goes to it and buys it. And man, and then they have mechanisms in place that should kind of short circuit that potential opportunity, which I think is really kind of sleazy, frankly. I think it's kind of brutal when you promise a creator that they can make a commission on a sale, but if somebody goes to your site and they use a coupon, they lose that sale. And when they get to the site, that company is showing them, use this and you get so much % off. And the minute they use that coupon, the creator loses their commission. That I just think is pretty stinking slimy. So, but that's what's happening in the market. And frankly, yeah, I can't afford to do that. Sue, I mean, you live with me. You know what I do on a regular basis and the amount of time it goes in to do this stuff. It is not just 5 minutes down the range or 2 hours down there shooting a gun and a video pops out my butt. It doesn't work that way.
No, it would be nice, but no, it's a full-time job, and he has several of them. So,
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be like, I love the sport, I enjoy it, but it's got to make sense for me to spend my time. And this sort of thing, the Let's Talk Airguns, I enjoy quite a bit. It's actually an easy thing when we have our ducks in a row to put it up, do it, and then get content out. I hope that's useful. So in that capacity, I kind of beat the others to a dead horse. The influencer model, where you get free stuff and hopefully make your money on YouTube, that's never going to work for at least what I'm doing. So I have to rely on, I'm a marketing guy. I will help present products for people to make their mind up about. That I'll do it all day long. And I do have some companies that are willing to help support me do that. Iconic is one, it's a major one right now. And there's others. There's other folks that understand that dynamic and are willing to help support what we're doing. I try and do that with you guys with as much integrity as I can muster. And what I mean by that is, man, there's so many, I've always been someone who just wants to tell you the truth, right? I mean, like, facts, not fluff is where I started. It goes this fast, shoots this hard, it's this accurate. I mean, what else do you need to know? This is what it does, and I show you doing it. That's the deal. But there's so much else out there where people will not tell you critical things so that you'll go buy it because they're an influencer. Well, I mean, I don't know. It is a thing that I don't want any part of. What I want to do is give you good data about stuff you might be interested in, or again, if you have it, how do you get the best out of it? That's what I want to do. And so people that'll help me do that, I'm all for it. I'm enjoying that dynamic that I have with Iconic. Now they do have things they want me to talk about, and I'm pleased to talk about them because they're cool things like the Daisy STS. I think I got some pictures of this one here.
You want me to put your
Yeah,
screen
put
up?
the screen up. I don't know if you guys have seen the Daisy STS. I was supposed to do some work with it here, but time has not permitted. So it's probably going to be when I get back to Texas, we're going to do a bunch more videos on this.
It's fun.
I mean, it's essentially a smart target, it's a Daisy smart target system. So like you got an app. I was using this purely as a target cam, which is really cool. I really like it for that. And I have some stuff I want to share on that later. But here's the game side. So you have this little target with monsters, and the app tells you what to shoot, when to shoot it, and you got to shoot it, and how fast to shoot it, and how many shots it takes to shoot it, all that kind of stuff. It calculates, you get a score, and then there's waves, and it's pretty fun. It's something I think is a hoot and holler. And if you like something like that, just Google Daisy STS, and you guys can look it up. But that's just a pretty cool thing. So I know it's a big deal for them. I saw this a few years ago, and I've been waiting for them to come out with it. Excuse me. And it's definitely a very, very, very cool little platform. Again, I like it for the long range shooting. I think this was my 100-yard target. So I had the system out at 100 yards, and we were shooting at 100 yards, and I was able to see it right there on my tablet, which is so cool, right? So it's way out there, and I'm seeing it right here, and that's awesome. All right, let's see here.
That's obviously a picture of it set up that way, but
Yeah.
That's not where you shot it from.
Oh, no. No, I thought I had a picture of it out there on the.
I thought you did too.
At the thing. That's it. 50 yards. That's 50 yards.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have the 100-yard one. I don't know where it went, but yeah, that's it set up at 50 yards. And I was testing the BSA Buccaneer Pro, which is another product we're going to be spending a lot of time with as we get into the new year. BSA is back in force here with their line of guns, and BSA, I've shot them for a long time. Love BSA.
That's the gun on the table?
Yeah, that's
Can you open it up
sure,
so people can
That's
see
the
it?
Buccaneer Pro. I got some really good pictures of that. Yeah, so this is like, there's the Buccaneer Pro, and this is the, I mean, these are the shot groups I was getting. Let me just go here, and I can scroll this way. All right, okay, so I mean, these were the results of these different pellets. I think it's pretty cool. You just, as we got heavier, they got better, all the way down to the 16 grains. This was shooting at 25 yards. It's a 177, but I was recently shooting at 50 yards, and we're getting half-inch groups with 13 threes, 13 3-4s or 13 4-3s. I don't know what they are here. 13 4-3s. The 13 4-3s right there. That's at 25 yards, and at 50 yards, it's like half an inch, 3/4 of an inch, which is really, really, really good. Yeah, really liking. I really like this gun. What they've changed on it from the old Buccaneer was it used to be rear cock. Well, all the BSAs used to have the rear cocking handle, like the Marauder and those things. I really dislike that system. I like the side lever. It makes it easier. Sue, you struggle with something that's a rear bolt. You like the side lever.
I do. Did I shoot this one?
No, I thought she'd have more to say on that. It's kind of like setting.
No, I mean, I do like the rear bolt tends to be difficult for me.
Yeah.
And I shoot lefty even though I'm right-handed, so it makes it more complicated. But I'm easily able to keep my eye on the scope and cock it with my right hand.
Yeah.
So is that better?
Yeah, thank you. I need a little more data there. Huh? I just tee that up for you. You're just like swing and a miss. Okay. No, they have the side lever. It's regulated. They've done such a good job with this gun. I've been shooting it, and I specifically asked for 177 because I wanted something that would be like the perfect backyard plinking and pesting gun. And I'm trying to think of something that would do better than this. And in recent years, I cannot think of another 177 that was anywhere near what this gun can do. And it's affordable. It's like $699. So my other BSAs, I have a BSA R12 laminate, which is $1,600. That's a lot of gun. It's a lot of money. Beautiful 100-yard gun. Gorgeous. Love it. But this is 50-yard tack driving son of a gun for $699, $700. So it's really, really good. I really enjoy shooting this gun. I have it with me. I would like to get this out and let Angie shoot it, but I don't know if we're going to get time with Christmas coming up and everything. And we're leaving next week, so may not get a chance to do it, but it is just such a fun gun to spend time with. Speaking of guns that are fun to spend time with, let's talk about my favorite air gun. This is the FX Tactical. Now, this was given to us, or given to me.
I'm sorry, which gun's your favorite? I forget.
Just in case you missed it, Sue, it's the FX Tactical. Do you need me to write it down for you?
No, yeah. I hear all about it all the time.
Now,
it's fun.
You were shooting it, and you liked it too, so don't give me any grief, right?
Sure. Yeah.
You really enjoyed shooting this gun.
Yeah,
we shot it before we left, shot some videos, and shot it all the way out to 100 yards. And I don't know. It's more money. I mean, it's side lever. It's not that different from, say, the BSA Buccaneer Pro in the sense of function. You got a trigger, you got a side lever, and it shoots, right? But the way it feels when you're shooting this, I love the form factor. I love the way it sits on my shoulder. I like the balance. I love that. I love the fact that it doesn't have a tank. If you look at that gun, Sue.
I'm looking, Rick.
Well, just look at it.
I am.
You look at it?
Yeah.
Would you look at it? If you just look at it. There's a joke there. Some of you guys may know what it is. Just look at it, right? Would you look at that? Just look at it. Anyway, there's no bottle. Okay, there's no bottle to take away from the styling. And now I know I say, if you're shooting it, you ain't looking at it. So it doesn't matter what it looks like. But to me, when I'm not shooting it and I'm looking at it, I really like it.
Some guns are appealing to look at, others are not. And if you like that kind of look, that's great. That's not my kind of look,
No,
but I enjoyed shooting it.
yeah, we had a good time with that.
Yeah.
And I remember we're working our way down the little discs out at 100 yards. I don't think I have any pictures of them. I don't. Anyway, we're working our way down the little discs. She's shooting at 100 yards, and they start about like that, and they work down. And the last one that I hit was like maybe a little over an inch, and I was like, Sue, if I hit this first shot, we're just stopping. We're done. Sure enough, man, got the hold right and popped it off and boink and hit it and said, all right, that's the end of this video. I was not gonna chance another shot on that little bitty target. I seldom hit that at 100. It was a good day. But that gun, I want to say thank you to New England Airgun, John. He was down for Airgun Expo. It's not on the agenda, but I do want to know from folks if you guys think Airgun Expo is worthwhile. I'm on the fence. It's a ton of work and a ton of expense. We've lost money the last 2 years doing it. Can't do that again. So I need to know from you guys the value of us doing that. Now we push out, gosh, how many videos do we push out in a week? So
50.
50? Like
Yeah.
50? Holy
Yes,
moly.
so I think it was year before last. Excuse me, we pushed out 50. This last year, I think we pushed out something like 40, 42.
I thought we did something like 25 or 30 because
No,
we only
it was
did
more.
we did 3 days. But yes, because we had videos before and after.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, because we did it over Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that when we did it?
Yeah.
May? So instead of trying to do a whole week, we did the weekend, which I thought for me worked better.
Yeah.
Personally, it was more condensed.
Much better for us physically.
Yeah, it worked out. But it was a lot of fun.
And we had help this year.
We did. Thank you to Steve and his son for coming out and helping when they were with Sling Gurus. That was pretty awesome. So we're thinking about or looking at, do we do this again? Is this something we need to do again, or are we going to give it a miss? Don't know yet. I had somebody emailed me just the other day if we were going to be doing it and can they come out? And I mean, it is open to the public, and I get we're not downtown Atlanta or something, but I know you might need, train,
helicopter,
some sort of, dogs to help lead you out there, because we're our way out in the desert. But it is, if you like air guns, it's worth the trip. We got a ton of stuff that we can pull out and people can play with and try and pull the trigger on guns that otherwise you just have no opportunity. There's a gentleman who really has been wanting to shoot big bore guns. And where do you go, Sue? Well, I mean, what gun shop do you go to that's got a Benjamin Bulldog on the wall?
You go to AirgunWeb because they have connexes full of air guns that you can shoot.
You come visit me in West Texas. We'll get you hooked up. Yeah, we'll spend some time on it.
Okay, Rick, you have a question.
I have a question? Okay, go for it. Because I'll just keep talking.
Old Man Crypto.
Okay.
Love your airgun reviews. Will you be doing any review updates info on the CAP arms? Tune it on the Seneca line.
I'm glad you came up. I've been watching your posts or your comments, and here's the deal. I talked about this a little earlier. If Cap Arms or Air Venturi or somebody that's managing those brands are willing to cover the costs of production, I'd be pleased to do it. Otherwise, no, I don't have the product, which means I'd have to buy it, right? And I don't have Cap Arms saying here's one to test. If they did that, I'd be halfway there, and depending on the situation, if Cap Arms, and I know Mark, hi Mark, you know me, if you send it to me, we'll figure something out. Right. But I need somebody to get me the product, and not the loaner that there's no incentive. I mean, it says wrong, or there's no compensation for me. I mean, guys, you have no idea unless you do this work, you don't know the time that goes into it. Because even a gun that works perfectly, I've got 15 to 20 hours into it. Easy.
It's one of the reasons that we invite everybody out to Airgun Expo is so that you can actually see the work that goes into it. Because Steve had brought his son out this year and they saw the amount of work that went into it and they were amazed. They said they thought it was a lot less work than that. Yeah. We were hustling.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
A week before, during, and then a week after is pretty much full tilt, 10, 12-hour days. So cap arms, I actually really like Mark, like what he does. I like the way he approaches the idea of getting more power out of something. He re-engineers it better. It's not just hit it with a bigger hammer. So many people, when they want to upgrade power, they put a big old hammer spring, put a big hammer in it, they just slam in the valve harder. That can work. It also tears the gun up. So it's not ideal. He actually re-engineered a new valve and a new way everything works. And that's how you get better performance, is through better engineering, not just hit it harder. So I love the concept, but yeah, I need somebody to get me the product. I need somebody to support the time to evaluate, test, review, write, film, edit, produce, publish, all that. So that's got to all be covered, or I can't afford to take time to do it. I have other projects that are paid for, that are being supported, that are being covered. I can't pull time away from that, because then I can't pay my car payment, or I can't pay the light bill, or I can't pay my employees. I have 2 employees. And I can just let them go, but I don't think they'd like that too much. My wife happens to be one of them. I think she'd still work for me, but
I would.
She does.
I have
enjoy.
worked for you. I've worked for you for many years without payment.
Yeah,
so yes, I would.
But I do actually like to pay her, and I don't even pay her close to what I should be paying her, because she's that valuable. But
absolutely,
I know, and I'm not even BSing. I'm not trying to make points here. I have a bank full of points. I don't need any more. But the point is. Well, my ledger says I do. How's that? Mine says I got plenty. But in reality, I just got to cover the cost. So I'd love to cover. There's so many people that say, "Can you do this? Can you do that?" I'd love to. But the company, either the manufacturer or somebody, needs to be willing to cover the cost of that. And that's that difference between influencer and marketing. Look, I'm a marketing guy. I want to do so with integrity. Like, I'm not just going to try and sell you something that's a piece of crap, because that's my reputation. I won't do that. I just rather not get paid. I'd rather go do something else than have to do. I'm not going to do that. I've actually had companies send me product. I evaluate it, tell them what I'm dealing with, and I had one company in particular say to me, "We're not paying you to tell people what it does. We're paying you to tell people what we tell you to tell them." And I'm like, well, then we're done. All right. But that is not atypical. That happens. So, but that's not me. I'd rather just do something else and just shoot for fun and let the content go, because I'm not interested in that. So back to the cap arms. Would love to look at it. Mark, if you want me to look at it, reach out. Air Venturi, if you want me to look at it, you know where I am. They got my number. They know me. But they're just, last conversations, they are very interested in numbers. That's all that matters. Numbers, quality of content, honesty of content. I'm sure they care. Don't get me wrong. They have some level of care of that, but yeah, I just don't push the numbers for them. So and they own Seneca, so I don't see that happening. But anyway, yes, Sue.
What's the best air compressor for PCP?
Well, depends on how much money you got. Bauer would be the best, but
which one?
$6,000.
Bauer.
It's a scuba compressor. What are you trying to do? How often do you shoot? There's so many. You probably, the right question would be, what's the best compressor for you? So let's just say you never going to fill a bottle in your life, and you shoot 3 times a week. You maybe shoot 500 pellets a week. Let's just say. A little personal compressor. I'm supposed to be getting the Benjamin Traveler, which is probably like every other 12 volt, 110 volt unit out there. I really like, because it gives you a little more headroom, whatever flavor of the GX4 water cooled. Now, JTS has one, GX Pumps has one. I don't know if anybody else, I'm sure somebody else do. I think it's very much like the AOA's, I forgot the name of it. They had a little personal compressor that's water cooled. It looks the same now. They tell me it's not. It looks like I could transpose the entire shell. It doesn't matter. That little water cooled unit is about $600, $700 plus or minus. Don't put it on my computer yet, Sue.
I'm not.
Okay.
Is it the Omega Trail Charger?
It is the Trail Charger. You're so freaking good over there. That's amazing.
I can Google like the best.
You are a really good Googleizer, man. I'm just telling you. And my brother-in-law just walked in. Hello, Steve.
Hey, Steve.
Yeah, we're not live. You want to come say hi to everybody?
To who?
Everyone online.
Everybody's there.
Everybody's the entire world. Steve.
The entire world.
The entire.
Hi world.
This is my brother-in-law, Steve. This is his law office, and we're doing this.
You got to bend down.
You see your head's cut off, dude. There you go. He's too tall.
Look at this.
He
bent down. What's up with that?
Do you want a chair?
You want to stay and talk Airguns?
I got another mic, another set of headphones. We'll get you hooked right up. We'll talk about all of your shooting experience. Take about 3 seconds.
Hey, I got my NRA Pro Marksman.
Awesome.
See?
That's amazing.
Was that through Civil Air Patrol?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. See?
You have stuff I don't have. It's amazing.
See? And it only took one time for me.
It's amazing.
Yeah. See? There you go. See?
Folks,
you don't have to do all the practice Rick does.
yeah, you just pay the instructor. No, in all seriousness, that's my brother-in-law, Steve. I've known him for 30 plus years. How long has it been, Steve?
It'll be 35 years in January.
35 years in January. Yeah. And we're still very good friends. What? All right. See you, Steve. But this is his law firm here, and we are doing all this so that he can take over this equipment and be able to do his own shows, which is pretty cool for him and his daughter over there. Right, Ruthie?
Right.
Yeah. She's so
super talkative.
on top of everything. She's such a quick learner, though. When I was showing her some of this stuff yesterday, she was taking notes. And is it GX? Is it GX?
It's because she's young, Rick.
I think taking notes means I'm a quick forgetter.
Only if you lose your notes, right? Let's see.
Well, what I find is if I don't do something frequently enough, I forget it.
Mm-hmm.
But if I do it frequently, I remember. So you're just going to have to convince your dad to do this more frequently so you can remember.
All right. So let me jump over this. Show my screen real quick.
Okay.
All right. This is sort of what I think is awesome. This pump is on sale, $664. I like this pump. First of all, it's water cooled. So the big issue with some of the smaller compressors is they burn up, and people run them a lot, and then they burn up. They're a consumable part. They're going to fail. You can't rebuild them. You can't fix them. Well, some you can. Most of them you can't. It's just they're the $200, $250 ones. Just assume you're going to be buying those more regularly. This pump here I had this. I sold it to a guy. I have a version of this from JTS, and I use it all the time. And I primarily use it to fill the small pony bottles. Now, it'll direct fill a gun, but this one will actually fill small pony bottles and even slightly larger bottles. And you don't stop at just the pony bottles. But because it's water cooled, it can run a very long time. It's like a sewing machine. Jig, 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 jig. It just runs and runs and runs and runs. Make sure you got proper coolant in it. I run personally, it's my own choice. Do what you want. I run RV antifreeze. One, it ain't gonna hurt you. If somehow, nobody should be breathing out of these bottles, but God forbid somebody does. The RV antifreeze is not gonna. It shouldn't hurt you. It's meant to run and not hurt your stuff and not freeze. And I live where it can get really cold, so if you have just water in there, it will freeze. You will trash your compressor. So I use RV antifreeze. You can, some people do a high quality automotive antifreeze, half and half mix. People do all kinds of things. I use RV antifreeze, and I have been very happy and satisfied. It's worked fine. And I haven't had any pushback from the manufacturers when I tell them what I'm doing. So I'm not saying that they're telling me to use that. I'm just saying that's what I use because I had a compressor freeze on me because I wasn't paying attention. I was an idiot. And I don't want that to happen again. So this is sort of my baseline. Now, if you go down below this, there's a bunch of them in that sort of $300 to $500 range. And if you get a reputable one, they're all going to be probably pretty decent. If you go super cheap, you're probably getting exactly what you pay for. GX Pump's a good one. I don't know if JTS is on here. Let's see, JTS, PCP. Okay, yeah. This is an example. I mean, frankly, JTS was a sponsor for a long time, but they're not now. Not that that really matters. If they have a good product, I'm going to tell you about it. But at $600 for this one, I'd spend the $675 for the other one, or $664, whatever it is. I'd spend another $100 to get the water cooled from. Why? Because GX Pumps makes JTS. It's the same doggone thing. So anyway. Yeah, that the other one was better. Now, if you want to go step up from that, I don't know if it's on here, but let's say you're filling bottles. You can get the big cage compressors, and I've been through a bunch of them. I've tested several different brands. AirgunWeb was one that I had beginning, and it lasted for a long time. I think Ben, unless he's swapped out, may still be running my original AirgunWeb. I don't know if it's still living. I don't know. I've talked to Ben in a long time. I know Angie had one, lasted a couple of years, and then the part of it literally broke in half. They replaced it. It's been working fine. She uses it all the time. So that AirgunWeb compressor was at $1,400. It's expensive. It is big. It is heavy. The compressor I've been using more, again, thank you to Iconic, has been the Benjamin Recharge. I don't know if it's on here. And I know they're out of stock right now. But let's see if they have a picture of it. I don't see it. Oh, here it is right here. Well, it's expensive, guys. It's pricey, okay? So this is, all right, so it's $1,600. It's a lot of money. But it gives you the speed of the big cage compressor in a little suitcase size. So it's smaller, lighter, water-cooled. No, is it water-cooled? It is water. What am I thinking? It is water cooled. Looking for the water system on this one. I don't see it. Is this a new one? Oh, there it is. Water input right over there. I was saying, man, there's this. I know it's water cooled. Yeah, so it's water cooled. It's got an oil reservoir for the crankcase. It's really, really good. I've used this a ton down at the range, and I'm filling bottles. I'm filling the big 7.4 liter bottles to 4,500. I just set it, let it run. Takes 40 minutes to fill it, and I come back and it's good to go. It's been really, really good, and the water cooling system in this seems to work really good. So once it's get going, it tops out at about 67 degrees Celsius and it just hangs there. I don't care how long you run it; it just hangs right at that, so it never overheats, which is the killer. You got to keep these things cool. But this is designed specifically to fill bottles. I've used this to direct fill guns as well. When I need to, I'll take this out to the range and just run an extension cord into my range building. I'll take this out to the table and I can have it right out there, and it will fill guns in 30 seconds, 45 seconds. It's great. So I use this a lot, but it's expensive. Now let me just really quickly talk about the expense of a compressor. Consider this. If you reload it, and I have a set of videos I did on this, I talk about this in the video, because it dawned on me, I should not be so cheap when I'm thinking about compressors, because if it's working good, you have unlimited shooting. Dude, if you got a gun and you got pellets and you got a way to make your air, you can shoot forever until something breaks or doesn't work. And if you treat the compressor right, change the oil, and make sure you got coolant in it, and you stay within the manufacturer's use case, it's going to last you a very long time. So when I was reloading firearms, I'd buy primer, I'd buy powder. I had to, you only get so many uses out of your brass, and you got to replace your brass. And I'd buy bullets. If I had something that would give me unlimited brass, unlimited primers, and unlimited gunpowder, and I never had to buy those again, they would just ship it to me on a subscription, like lifetime supply. I pay $2,000. I get a lifetime supply of primers, bullets, primers, brass, and gunpowder. Would I buy that? And I would have bought that in a heartbeat. But that's what a compressor gives you in the airgun world. If you spend money on a good compressor, you'll never be without air. So for me, I think that's awesome. Yes, Sue?
How do I find shooting ranges for PCPs and shops?
I think you're just going to have to start making some phone calls. I don't know. Call around local.
Google.
Yeah, Google. Yeah, Google to the Google. Just start making some phone calls. Or, come out to Texas, hook up with Sunset Ranches, buy 20 or 40 acres and build something. Don't do that.
Yeah, no.
You can come visit me and you can shoot up my range.
Another question?
But yeah. Yeah, Sue.
Okay, I don't know how to say that. What do you think of the, I guess it's AirTech booster pump? AYRT.
Let me just look it up real quick. If it's what I think it is, I may have an opinion, but I don't know. Let me see what it is. The booster. Oh, I have one. I don't have this one, but I have one similar to it. It's manually actuated. Yeah. I've used these. I've had these where I've used them with compressors, a second low pressure source, so you have high pressure air. The way it works is it's a lever. So you have the big cylinder and a little cylinder. You have a little bit of air goes in the little cylinder at high pressure, and then this big diaphragm pushes that and compresses that into your tank. It's just a lever. I've actually got one from years. I don't know what they're selling them for. They work. It is, let's see. This was big with paintball back in the day before you could get, it doesn't have pricing on it, before you could get personal compressors. This is what we used to fill. This is what I used to fill my pony bottles or my guns, because my scuba tanks were at 3,000, and let's say my gun needed 3,500 or 3,000. So the minute I put any air in my gun, I no longer had 3,000 in my tank. And this would allow me to boost exactly what it says. Say I had 2,000, well, I could boost that 2,000 still to where I needed to fill my gun. I was able to do that. But I don't think they're terribly practical. Now, the one I have, I still have it, and I think it still works, was like, I think $650 to $700. So I don't know what these are costing, but you could get these for paintball. Paintball boosters were selling for $1,800, over $2,000. So even the $650 was pretty cheap. What's that, Sue?
I'm just checking that you're still alive, because I accidentally moved the mouse and now you're frozen on my screen. So
I don't know. What did you do to me?
Still counting up, so that's
yeah,
a
it
good
should
sign.
still be fine. The that truck really scared me. It was super loud.
Yeah, I heard it. You got all flustered, did you?
Yeah.
Well, we're coming up on an hour. It's been an hour. You know that, right?
You didn't even cover everything. Number 4?
Number 4.
Or did you?
I did.
Oh,
yeah, you were
I
not
wasn't paying
influenced.
attention.
Yeah. Story of my life. All right, so if you guys have more questions, just throw them in the chat. I can try and pay attention to them over here. All right. Okay. All right.
Yeah, it says you're still alive.
Goody. So what's coming up next? Well, as mentioned, we got a bunch of BSA products. Here's Sue's kind of gun.
Hold on, let me get there. Ruth, get there. There you go.
That's your kind of gun, isn't it, babe?
That is my kind of gun, absolutely.
Yeah, nice.
Woodstock.
Side lever. Woodstock.
That's
side
BSA,
lever.
isn't it?
It is. Yeah,
yeah, BSA make
R12.
beautiful air guns.
Yeah. I'll be doing a lot more. These were 100-yard groups with that BSA.
Who doesn't love a Woodstock air gun?
Oh, there's so many people.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, they're beautiful.
I was so impressed this day when I shot it. I mean, it was just awesome. But that's
100 yards, right?
Yeah, those were 100 yards. Yeah. Yep. It's just a pretty gun. I love shooting that thing. Here's my range in case people want to see it. Right. So
you can't see it with all the light there. Hey, wait, it's Texas.
Yeah. Anyway, okay. So we got BSA products. We got Daisy STS. We got the Evanix MP30. Got more Crossman stuff. A lot of stuff from Iconic. Obviously, they're a big sponsor of the channel now. And a huge thank you to those guys. I mean, I've been working with Gammo for a long time, then Gammo Daisy, and now at Crossman's there. It's awesome because I love Crossman products. I just haven't had access to them. But now it's been great. I've been shooting the Crossman Prospect a ton. What a great little air gun for $300 or $400, whatever it is. That's just a sweet gun. Anyway, I'm hoping that we're going to be able to take these new opportunities and just push forward to the new year. For us doing Let's Talk Airguns, I think our plan is to do it twice a month. We'll see how that goes. If we can get enough support, I think doing it once a week is great, but that's kind of a lot for us, hon, to try and do it once a week.
Yes, that is a lot, especially with my mom here.
Yeah.
Because my mom's visiting from South Africa.
Really quick, guys, asking about the Evanix MP30. I don't know anything about it yet. I can show you some pictures, but that's about all I got. Just want to let you guys know it's coming. I mean, that's it. It's a pretty slick gun. I mean,
can you X out that little thing on the left?
That guy right there.
Yeah. Yes, thank you.
There you go. So that is the unit. I mean, that's the deal. Semi-automatic. I'm getting one in 22 cal. It's regulated. Mine's coming wide open to the regulator.
Is that short?
It is short. So it's like a little compact machine gun.
So it's probably going to be lighter.
I don't know. Evanix doesn't do light. I mean, they're lighter than Hotson, but I mean
they are stacked up.
That's a lot of metal there, right?
Yeah.
So we'll see, but it's regulated, which is cool. The regulator is wide open on this for max power. I prefer to have more consistency than power, and I'm not going to hunt with this. I'm certainly not going to try and defend myself with this. It's not what it's for. Not ever in my book. It looks cool. If it works good, we got a semi-automatic subcompact machine gun looking air gun. That makes me excited. So yeah, I mean, that's what I'm going to spend time playing with it. Like maybe I got throw a red dot on it and put some steel targets up and just have fun. So that's my plan. I don't know much about it other than it's coming. So there you go. Luke's saying he's got it's an Airgun Max PCP rifle. Is the JTS Airgun Max good for his first PCP? Yeah, it's a great gun. It's really, really good. I think what are you running, about $400 or $500 for that? I mean, personally, if you could stretch your budget to the BSA Buccaneer Pro, I would go there. But I mean, or McCavity. I just said her favorite airgun name.
Second favorite.
Yeah, Air Arms, BSA McCavity. Isn't that?
Yeah, range? Probably. I don't know. Air Arms and BSA are first and McCavity second.
Yeah, she loves her McCavity. It's a great gun. It's a beautiful gun.
Awesome.
Yeah. Anyway, so JTS is a good gun for sure. How do you put it? It's not about, you reach a point in the hobby. Maybe we can wrap up with this, okay? Because this is just a topic that you go on forever. You reach a point when you've been doing this for a while that it's less about the performance. It's less about how fast is it throwing the pellet. It's less about how hard is it hitting. And it's more about the experience you have when you pull the trigger. I think the reason I like the FX DRS Tactical so much is not the most accurate, certainly not the most powerful, not the most adjustable. It's not the most anything. It's not even anywhere near the most expensive gun I have. Not even close. But the experience I have, the enjoyment I get shooting that gun is what makes it my favorite air gun. It's not that it's the most accurate, because I have guns that are more accurate. I enjoy shooting them. Don't get me wrong. I really like them.
And Rick,
yeah,
I think also the comfort of a gun.
Yeah,
like for me, one of the reasons the McCavity was so awesome was when I picked it up that first time and shouldered it, it felt like a natural fit.
Yeah,
it was comfortable. I didn't have to crick my neck to see through the scope. It was just a natural fit to me. And like cocking it and loading it and everything was easy. Where if something makes it harder, I mean, I don't want to have to put muscle into loading a gun.
Well, you don't want to have to go to the chiropractor when you're done shooting.
Well, no, and because for me, maybe you guys do this, but for me, shooting isn't like, oh man, I want to go out and shoot. That'll be fun for today. No, that's not me. However, if there are people shooting and it's going to be fun, I want to join.
That's true.
So then I want it to be enjoyable for me too at that point.
No, I'm with you. I mean, the reason I don't like bullpups isn't because I don't understand their functionality and benefit. It's because my body shape doesn't do bullpups. Fat doesn't do bullpup. Evidently, fat and
It's
bullpups don't
called
work.
round, babe.
Round shape. I'm a round. That's the new body style. Round. I've gone past dad bod to just round.
Bod.
No, if I have to crick my neck over, it just hurts. And I don't want to do that. Why would I do something that makes me uncomfortable? There are a few bullpups that fit me well. The Hubin is one. I have a couple FXs that are great, but a lot of bullpups I've shot that are just terrible ergonomically for me. They can be wonderful, have all the best specs in the world, but I won't shoot them because I don't want to shoot them. They're just uncomfortable. So comfort is a big deal. I saw the question about the Zeus. Is that what you're talking about?
As well as the McCavity Arms MA3, will you be reviewing the MA8 in early Q1 of 26?
McCavity's a sponsor, so I would assume they got something new coming out. They're going to get it to me. I worked on the MA3 a little bit. I need to get back to Texas and shoot it some more. That gun, it's interesting. It shoots pretty good. I'm working through a couple like learning curve things with it. We'll see. I got mine. I get it 22, I believe. I think Angie got hers in 30. I got mine in 22. I'm kind of liking the lower calibers these days. I guess the reason why is I think they're just more practical for more people. I mean, I get it. The gentleman's asking about a Zeus 72, right? I'm sure it's a beast of a gun, and I've never shot one. I have a non-existent relationship with AEA, so it's a beautiful story about a company who doesn't get it. They asked me to cover their guns. I said, love to. Yeah, send them out. I said, oh, okay. Well, yeah. And, you can keep them. And I was willing to actually, because of the brand recognition, because of the place in the market and people's interest, I was willing to invest time and energy and effort into actually doing that, actually getting the gun and letting that be my compensation, even though it wasn't even close on the scale. Because I thought it'd be worth it and it would be interesting. If it's interesting, I'm almost willing to spend time on it, right?
Yeah.
So if it's like, it needs to be worth my while. Either it's got to be interesting or it's got to pay the bills or something. It's got to be worth my time. I'm 55 years old. And, I don't want to go out and do something I don't want to do just because I have to do it unless I just don't want to do it. I guess I've reached that point where I can be that way, Sue. I don't know. So I said, that sounds great. And then they came back and said, well, what we need you to do is after you've reviewed it and handled it, we need you to buy it. I'm like, don't time out. So you want me to get your gun, you want me to test it, you want me to promote it, you want me to showcase it, you want me to do a bunch of work and produce content and videos and support those, and then you want me to buy your gun? Oh, you can sell it and make money. I'm thinking, no. Tell you what, let's pass. And so I haven't been able to get I've reached out a couple of times to see if they had a change of heart, and I've not gotten anything but crickets. So I'm sure it's a fine shooting gun in the sense of it's probably the most powerful air gun in the world. You know what I have for the most powerful air gun in the world? It's called a 30-06. I don't really. My air guns need to be air guns, not firearms. Personally, that's my opinion. All right, I shoot air guns because they're air guns. If I needed an air gun to shoot like a firearm, I have something called a firearm that can do that. That's my opinion. Okay, that's just me. But if I need super loud, super powerful, and I'll just go grab what I need out of my inventory and go take care of what I need to take care of. That goes boom. That's just me. I get that people like pushing that envelope, but I'm going the other way. I really like 177 and 22. Well, I got all tons of options for pellets and man, when I can get a 177 to group at 100 yards, that just tickles me. And I'm really, Sue, you know me, I'm all about the tickle. I thought I'd get at least a chuckle.
Okay.
Nothing.
TMI is what I would say.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Anything else here?
Jim says hi.
Hey, Jim.
How are you doing? And Hubin 30 cal K1 will be out soon as well. He has the MK2 72 cal 30-inch barrel It's a beast of a gun.
I'm sure that anything that's 72 cal is going to be a beast. I've got a 62 caliber primal, which is way fun, half because it's based on our SWS shotgun, which is way fun. I love shooting that thing. If I need a shotgun power, I'll go grab my shotgun. I mean, I use air guns for air gun stuff, and I don't mind if they just stay in that lane personally. Let's see.
I think that's it.
Yeah. Okay.
If I missed anything, please forgive me, guys. And it's been a while since I've done this.
Yes.
Feel free to email all your comments and harassments to Rick.
Wait a minute. Hold on. I think it's Sue at. And Ruth, you've been super quiet over there.
Oopsie.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's just acknowledging her super quietness. Did you learn anything?
Yes.
All right. Do you think you can do this for your dad?
Hopefully.
Yeah, I'm sure
I think you can.
I think you can. You just need practice. So
yeah.
All right, everybody. Well, I don't know that we'll be back up before we head out. We might need to do another test session, and I'll have to write some more show notes and talk about some stuff that's actually fun to talk about. But at least you guys know what we got going on. We're looking to head into 2026 with a new momentum. We've hopefully got some good set of sponsors that are helping us do what we need to do. We'll see how we can kind of nail all those down and have a productive year. You're going to see a lot of iconic gear. I mean, that's probably what's going to happen, guys. You see a lot of that stuff. But that we have a lot of stuff to show. I mean, we got Crossman, Benjamin, Gammo, Daisy, BSA, Centerport. We got all that stuff, and that's a lot of stuff. So it'll be very cool. Yes, Sue.
Here's a good question.
Okay.
What's the best fun target? Wow, that sounded very South African. Sorry, let me try that again. What's the best fun target?
I like any steel target that moves, personally. I love shooting steel targets.
Oh, man. That ding.
Yeah, that just makes me happy. Now, the new Daisy Smart Target is pretty awesome.
I really like I like any shoot and see targets, and I like the metal ones that you shoot like 4 or 5, and then you have to shoot the top one, and the top one resets them.
Yeah, you like those?
I love those.
The auto reset spinners. Yeah, those are great.
And the one with the 5 that goes from
the
one big
target
one down to the one that's smaller than my
the bullfrog
pinky nail.
targets.
Oh my goodness, that one's hard to hit, but when you hit it, it's exhilarating.
It's so stinking satisfying, man.
Yeah.
When it's like when I hit that one at 100 yards and I just quit. I mean, I wasn't going to take another shot. I mean, look, I was not going to tempt fate. I hit it once, we're done.
Yeah.
But it is to me, it's super satisfying. And frankly, I got into air guns because I wanted to eliminate stress, not have more. Yeah, I went through some years where it was more stress, and I don't want to do that anymore. I'm getting old, fat, old, and ugly, and I don't want to be doing that anymore. I want to have fun with my air guns, and if it ain't fun, I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
So if I can do it and have fun and make money at it, well, that's awesome. And if I can help you in the midst, that's even better. So that's what I'm looking to do. And so as we move forward into next year, my hope is I'll be able to work with some folks that get it, that understand the point of it, at least where I'm coming from, and are willing to support it. And I think we've got that crew. We'll see how it goes. We'll know more as we get past January 1st and everybody gets through the holidays and whatnot. But I'm expecting we're going to have some good opportunities coming forward. So, well, we'll see you guys. At the worst case, we'll see you guys in a couple of weeks. I'm hoping to have our first guest will be Joe Murfin from the Daisy Museum. Remember Joe, hon?
I do.
It was a lot of fun. If you ever been to Rogers, go to the Daisy Museum. It's super fun. We're gonna have
He's
Joe.
the elderly gentleman, right?
I'm gonna tell him you said that.
I said elderly, not old.
I'll translate the same to me. Yes, Joe's he
was very sweet to Naomi.
He got a haircut from Keith during the Nationals.
Oh yes,
raising money for the he got a mohawk. That was crazy. And they could do that to me, of course. Good luck trying to find any hair up there. Guys, that's going to be it. We're past our hour. I know Ruth's got to go get ready for some cool stuff with Civil Air Patrol. And I got to figure out what I'm going to do for my brother-in-law here, because we had a camera that didn't work. So we're running my production camera, which he's not getting that one. He can't have that one. He'll have to just make do with something else. Anyway, we'll sort it out. You guys have a great holiday. If we don't see you till after the new year, we hope you have a great Christmas, great new year. If we see you again, because we got to work out some more bugs, well, we'll see you again, and we'll try and get a notice up there with a little bit of time so you guys can come join us. That's going to be it. My name is Rick with AirgunWeb, Gateway to Airguns, and I'll say bye for Sue and Ruth.
Oh, we're on the screen. We can say bye.
You can say bye. Say bye.
Bye.
In stereo. See you guys. Have a great one. Bye.